I mean,
the chicken box at you. He
Alright,
obviously
I
knows.
am hitting the
Cannot tell.
button. I'm going live. The button has been clicked. The timer is at 1 hour and 40 seconds. Welcome to Rime of the Racist. Wait a minute. No, that's not right. I mean,
so
no,
while
actually, she is kinda racist.
so while Melissa isn't
Speciesist?
necessarily a flat earther, she doesn't know that it's round either.
I don't think she cares. I think whatever the
She's
Frostmaiden
a
believes
cold earther.
is fact.
I mean,
Whatever she thinks is fact to her.
the Earth is definitely cold where we are.
Yeah, she's a cold earther.
Well, that proves
That's
it.
what she is. She doesn't care what shape it is so long as it's cold.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
we
still
solved the worldwide mystery, guys.
I'm
Be
still
proud.
pissed off about the thing I can't mention in stream that I said in Discord, which is like about the thing you're going to do next. I'm reading up, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not true. Like,
That's
what?
fine.
Except
What?
where
Why
it
does
is.
this book have so many contradictions and errors and things wrong with it?
Why can't you mention it on stream?
I don't know. It doesn't really
Spoiler.
spoil anything, but whatever.
Uh,
So the sun has
So-
not risen again. It is a new
Uh,
day. It is not a new
Smoothie
dawn.
would like to know exactly what time it is.
Would he?
And why is it already a new day? Have we slept again?
I don't know. What was
Uh,
as is tradition to help Andrew with his small brain? Who can remember what happened last time?
Big
Wait, you could-
ice woman.
Smoothie killed her with the ship.
Actually, I think Smoothie just like whacked her and then she left.
Bose dropped his pants for a while.
True.
Uh,
Thank you for
that-
that. Thank you. I remember everything now.
And we all and,
I remember too much.
and we also ignored the irony of a ship being crushed into a giant ice entity.
The slimes came back with the proposition of if we go and kick the Frostmaiden's butt, then we'll get whatever we want from the dragon.
Okay, so we have not rested since. I now know
And
that it is around 1 o'clock.
and thus we should probably head north to where she is.
Since this festival was happening at more or less midday exactly, so it's been about an hour since then. There you go. There's your answer, Smoothie.
Okay, Smoothie is ready to go into his pilot chair if people want to head north straight away.
Hmm.
The bards could deal with a short rest, but I guess the travel north could count as a short rest.
I mean, we don't actually know where she is in the north. We just know that, like, it's colder in a certain place, so we're gonna head to the center of where it's the coldest.
Due north, got it.
Oh no, we've went around the planet. Oh, it's suddenly daytime. Excellent. We've solved the issue.
If we get out of the perpetual darkness, we know we've gone too far.
That is
If we
very
see-
true.
If we see the sun rising, we've gone too
Just
far.
lovely driving along, suddenly blinded by sunlight. Ah! Crash into a cliff. It's like the opposite of what happened to the ship initially.
So yeah,
I-
Smoothie's gonna go and sit in the chair and get ready to like put the crown on to like fly the place thing, unless somebody says that we want to do something else first.
I think it's important that we take a long rest before fighting her.
A
Eh,
long rest. Again, it's midday.
So
Mm,
Yeah,
the little pseudo dragon's mouth opens like a gramophone, and a familiar voice comes out like, just while we're preparing and everything for you guys, you're probably gonna be traveling for quite a few days. Have you remembered to get supplies?
yes, we did that last episode.
Yeah.
No, this is in character. He's asking. What is this
Yeah,
last episode?
Sure.
Now
Oh,
Yeah,
Smoothie's
break
having
the-
these episodes
I
again.
I full on Deadpool it, break the fourth wall.
No doing that, you.
Point the pseudo dragon at the boxes of like supplies that were bought.
I think you got a big crate of fish and fruit.
Yeah, and we
That
got a
was
barrel.
that was yeah, that was me who
Yeah.
got that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the shopkeeper was like, my family.
Ah, they're dying. I don't give a shit about you. Take this random crate that's like bisected.
So how much food roughly would be in there, and do we need more?
It would roughly give you like well, it depends on how much you want to ration it. It would give you a few days of food if you were just like acting as normal. If you were rationing it off, it could probably last you like up to a week or more.
Okay, should we get more?
Yes. I'll fly off into town and look for more rations.
They're just lying on the floor.
Ah, I found this dead pigeon. Does that help? Sort of, but no.
Screw these. Like, I mean, the town's in uproar. We could just take more stuff.
That's stealing. No stealing.
I mean, I've gone by this point, so.
I've gone stealing.
Not stealing, but I've gone towards the town.
You know what? I just
Surely the people with the most need should have the thing. It's not stealing.
I
Yeah,
think
no stealing. They own the thing. You can't just take people's things.
I think in
What a
about
shit.
10 minutes, Boss is gonna come back with a load of like food off the stalls that have been abandoned.
That's probably pretty good.
But you don't know that yet.
Yeah.
So who's heading back into town to get more food then? That's not Bose. No one?
I'll go. And
Yeah, I'll go
Anthony
too
will-
then.
Anthony will start heading into town.
Or
Yeah,
Anthony
I
and
go with
Melissa?
Sure.
Okay, two strong people go, so the Neuros don't have to. They
Smoothie's
did
gonna
their
go-
they did
Smoothie's
their
gonna
part.
Go back to like looking at
wrong
the
one.
ship to make sure everything's fine and we won't have a problem going into extreme temperatures.
Yeah, Purple Neuro will help with translations if need be.
I mean, generally, you don't really know much about how this ship will deal in different temperatures.
Yeah,
That
that's why I'm trying to work it out.
Yeah, can you check if the ship has an AC or something?
Yeah, do we have heaters?
Wait, AC or AC? Because it's D&D.
Both.
I assume it has one, but the other is interesting.
Okay, so since you've actually went back to town, people who have, you get to see the extra scene of, so as people are heading towards, again, central area where most of the shops tend to be, you would see that there's not a lot of people like out and about now. Like most of the people who were hurt and stuff have been like taken away. You see a bunch of people, ironically, where Anthony is, like starting to like try and clear up and move the ice and like kind of get to the bodies of the dead people, when suddenly you see all of the ice shine, and like a phoenix, the dragon burst out and fly into the sky. And then magic erupt, and the bodies of the dead people come back to life.
Ah.
He broadcasts around the city almost like there's like a tannoy system to the people to ignore the false god. She tells lies. You are protected. This will be dealt with. And then he vanishes in an arcane explosion. Like, she will be dealt with. Explodes. Oh, that's not good.
Okay. I'll approach a stall.
Not one of the crushed building stalls.
No, that like sells food, and I'll try and. Is there anyone like at the stall?
The only people who are at the outside stalls are basically clearing up at this point, because the festival's obviously over at this stage. But yeah, there'd be like like for example, with the item store from the other day with the arrows and stuff, like he would be cleaning up the item store, closing it. So like if you went to a food store, the people clearing it up would be like they work for the same place.
Oh, actually, I don't. Do any of them look like they have bulk food storage? Like, do they have barrels or crates of food?
There'd be some, yeah.
I'll
could-
approach one of them and ask if I can buy a crate of like some long-lasting food.
Let's see what I can get.
Oh, long lasting. No, you'd have to go back to the actual store for that. The stuff we've got here is fresh for the festival.
Oh, okay. Where's your store?
And he like points in the distance. You can see like a sign which is like, he says it's X. You see the sign for that, so you can go over.
I'll head into that store.
Yeah, you do notice now that a lot of the like closed signs on the actual stores have been removed, as like things are sort of going back to, well, guess I may as well open the store now.
Yeah, I'll head in there.
Funnily enough, it's the same place as earlier that there was the dying people. There's no dying people this time, although there's
No.
people like bandaged up and stuff.
I'll approach and just ask, do you have any long-lasting food? Like a bulk amount of long-lasting food?
Yeah, we should. He looks over and he's like, oh yeah, that person bought the. Yeah, we still do have some. If he looks at you, you look like a strong lad. Would you mind coming and helping us bring it up? We'll keep most of the long-lasting stuff in the basement, apart from like we'll bring like one up a day because no one tends to buy much.
Yeah, sure.
So you go down.
Should I follow or?
I mean, anyone's welcome to follow along. It was more that I was like, since it was Anthony, who is quite muscular, he's
Right,
like,
right.
well, this would help me significantly.
Are there any supplies just around the place being cleared up?
I mean, nothing to be stored, but as I said, there's plenty of, like, the stuff from the festival.
Would I have seen Anthony go into the shop or not?
That would be a perception check.
Okay.
No,
Nope.
you would not.
Is there anyone with an apple nearby?
Man,
Give me
this is gonna
another
be great.
perception check with disadvantage.
Bose is gonna return. Guys, I've got food.
I have found
This is one
an apple.
This will last us the whole journey.
You realise that
Come back
apple's
in
been
again.
half eaten. No, you cannot say any apples.
Do I see anybody with food?
Again, perception.
Just
Anyone at all. Yes, the pigeon, the seagull flying overhead sees someone. Yes, you see someone with a bag of chips.
Can I land a little bit away from them around a corner? Try and sneak up on them and steal their chips.
Sure, give me a stealth.
Steal the chips of a half emaciated child that looks really sad.
Yep, they were so happy that the chip shop opened. Yep, so they look down and the chips are gone from their hands. They start crying.
Well, that was just
Frostbitten fingers are still attached.
well
to the
that
ship
that was
bag because you yanked it off too hard.
just stealth.
Nah, with 27 stealth, you can easily get a bag of chips out of a
Okay.
child's hands.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Like that is actually.
Guys, don't worry. I've got food for the next 8 minutes. I stole some chips from a child.
Lawrence, what is Bose's alignment?
Currently it is neutral.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Stealing from a small innocent child.
Stealing chips from a small innocent child.
Hey.
How poor does this child look, actually?
Very.
Like not like out on the
Would-
streets poor,
Would
just like not
would
wealthy.
chips for this child be like a special treat? Like it
Well,
wouldn't
yeah,
have
it
to
was
all
a
the same.
special treat for the festival.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give them back, and I'll say, here you go, kid.
Ah, Birdman runs away
With the
Ah.
chips or without the chips?
without the chips.
No.
They were scared
Oh.
because the Birdman was standing right next to them, going, "Here, you can have them back." And it's just like didn't know they were there.
Oh, is he no longer there now? Okay.
Well,
Well-
that's permission given as far as Buzz is concerned.
Anyways,
He
so
stole chips and then harassed the child.
So
Nice.
Anthony helps carry up a couple of barrels, and the guy's like, "Alright, so what are you after? We got meat, we got fish, we got, which is kind of meat, sort of. We've got fruit, got vegetables.
Oh, that's
meat and some veg.
Sure.
Preferably that'll last a while,
Uh,
if possible.
for helping us with the rest of the barrels up, gives 10 gold.
Sure. I'll hand over the 10 gold.
Do you have any bread?
Bread for now or bread for storage?
To buy?
We've got fresh bread, yes.
Oh, how much?
Oh, just well, it depends which one you want. Copper piece for just standard, like, bun. Silver for a loaf of bread.
I'll have a bun and a gold's worth for storage.
Okay then, that's a lot of bread.
Yeah, thank you.
So you essentially like buy 10 loaves of bread. Or just like how
100
many
loaves
yeah.
of fresh bread.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Would you like to buy
a
100 loaves of bread that'll be stale by tomorrow?
She asked for like long storage bread though.
Yeah.
Oh, long storage bread. That's different. That would be a bit more expensive because it's quite hard to keep long life bread.
So from 1 gold to what?
Well, it would be about 1 gold for like 1 loaf.
She'll get 5.
Sure. Okay. Brilliant.
Thank you.
That should like each. Well, they all last the same amount of time, but each loaf lasts about.
She just starts
3-4
eating the
days.
fresh piece she got for a couple.
Yeah, the fresh one definitely tastes a lot nicer because it's got that. It's still warm, and it's got that fresh taste.
But
Yeah, she
3 or
just-
4 days is how long bread normally lasts anyway.
Yeah, but actually, I suppose with although you are on a goopy ship, and it's Fantasyland, bread shit here.
Okay. Don't have the good preservatives.
Yeah, they don't have good preservatives. They don't have the same
can
like
taste
good
the dirt.
packaging.
Yeah.
Don't have a twisty tie, so you can't
I
like
guess
reseal
it's-
it.
It's easy to store meat because they can salt it.
Yeah.
Can Buzz look for the general supply store whilst eating the chips as he's walking around?
All right, so you're not even taking the chips back for the group. Like, so
He's
what food
just-
have you got? Oh, I was meant to bring that back.
Oh, yeah, I just stole some food from a child.
Yeah, you could find the general store easy enough. What you after?
Do they sell any long life food at all?
Yes, but this place is more expensive.
Okay, what do they have?
The same sort of stuff like meats, fruits, things like that.
Okay, how much is 3 barrels worth of long life meat and vegetables?
That would be about 45 gold.
How much could I get for 100 gold?
About double that.
I'll take the double. I'll double that again, and I'll take it.
What?
He wants, like, what I'm assuming 16 barrels of long life food for 200 gold ish.
Yeah.
So, how much do you want, sir?
200 gold's worth. And I'll just dump a coin purse on the counter.
Sure. 200 gold will get you 13 barrels.
Plus delivery?
No. Do you know how heavy 13 barrels is?
How
No.
much gold you just spent?
Yes.
Yeah, that if you go into a shop and buy something for the price, you don't expect it's... And come on, now, bring it along. And no, you bought it, you do what the fuck you want with it.
We're in Fantasyland.
Exactly!
Yes,
They don't have Amazon delivery in Fantasyland.
Rose doesn't
Also,
know that.
it's not next day delivery. This is same second delivery. It's even more expensive. I can take it wherever you want as long as it's within town for another 10 gold.
It's okay. I'll be back shortly
Okay.
with people to transport it.
I'll be back
Hey,
with people. What?
And Anthony's gonna start taking the I'm assuming we've got like a barrel or 2 barrels of food.
You got 2 barrels, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 barrels.
Yeah,
I'll take
one
the
was meat and one was it fruit or
veg.
vegetable? Veg. Okay.
yeah. I'll take the 2 barrels of long-lasting food back to the ship.
Would I be able to try and take 1 barrel with me?
How? On foot or on air?
But sort of like rolling it.
Yes, you could easily manage that.
I'll roll it back to the ship, and if I meet anyone along the way, I'll say I've got 12 more of these. Would you be able to help?
Sure.
Anyone? Or people of the party?
People of the party.
Like I'd imagine that the group will like meet up like on this path like on the way to the ship.
Why have you brought 12? We don't need that much food. We've already bought 2.
I don't care. We needed it.
Go
Right,
return the
so-
food. You don't need this much.
Yes, we do.
We don't. We're not having a. We don't have like. We're not feeding like 20 people.
Just 12.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
10.
1 barrel each.
1 barrel of food each,
Yeah.
plus
Yeah.
some spare. We don't need that much food.
So
And
wait,
half
unless
of them
you-
are tiny.
Unless every single day you're planning on consuming your entire body weight of food, then like let's just leave it.
If it's cold,
Um,
that's probably advisable.
also, FYI, you have now 16 barrels of food.
How many barrels of food do we need to actually get there and back?
Like,
Well, we don't know where it is, so it's hard to tell.
Exactly.
you'd assume like 4 or 5 at most, maybe.
But like you've got to remember, getting here from where we were was like what? How long a journey did it actually take the ship to get from here to there?
Like
From like where we were to the city?
a couple of hours or so.
Yeah. So like it's probably
hour?
not going to take too long to get back up to where we need to be. Like
The lengthy part is the searching, yeah.
Yeah,
I
like-
think it's mainly going to be your getting back. That'll be the short. Getting
Yeah.
there will be
Okay,
the long.
so I'll take.
I mean,
I'll
if you really want to get back to the ship and tell me to move the ship to where we can just put it onto the ship.
just
Land the
take
ship in the middle of the town.
Yeah.
You've got
Yeah.
tentacles. Use them.
There you go.
Accidentally
Exactly.
crashing buildings.
I can lash tentacles onto the barrels and draw them up into the ship. It'd be great.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's okay. I'll just take 2 barrels to the ship. So that we've got
Smoothie just
4
really
barrels.
wants to use the tentacles.
So you're going back to get a second barrel.
Yeah.
When you get back to the building, you notice that there is a sign on the door that says no refunds.
Yeah. No. I
Well, you've bought them now. I guess I'll just start moving them with you.
No, don't move them.
What now?
Give them to the homeless people.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Sure, okay.
And that small crying child, give him one.
He stole my chips!
You stole this child's chip?
He saw nothing, damn it.
Man.
Steals
So
the cotton candy out of the kid's hand and flies away.
So you're just trying to make yourself feel better for the bad thing you did.
How close is
Wow.
the kid?
I mean, if you've went back to the shop with them, like...
I mean, like, was he literally there in game going, he stole my chips?
Sure, why not?
How much were your chips, small child?
A silver piece.
I'll give him a gold. Go buy some chips and like.
I'm trading a barrel of food for them.
You don't give a child preservatives. You give a child a treat. Here is a gold coin.
Here is a barrel of like preserved fish.
Melissa goes, and he is 49 gold more. And
Okay,
she gives him
dang.
49 gold. So he gets 50 gold in total.
The child is just standing there motionless with just like a bag of gold in their hand.
You know,
And
More
all
money
of
than
the
they'll ever
townspeople
make.
look at him.
yeah,
Get
you
him!
know, most commoners make like 2 gold a year. You just handed this child so much wealth. You did the equivalent of handing this child several grand.
And all of the other commoners are like, get him! And he's like,
There's no barrel for him. Give it to this person instead. And I just point to a random commoner in the village.
yeah, I've already given the kid 49 gold.
Well,
Sure, the kid runs off home, and they're going to have a very good life from this point onwards.
with 50 gold in his pockets.
Yeah, I just told the
I
shop.
guess I'll approach. Are there any kobolds nearby?
Yeah, there'd be like a bunch doing the patrols.
I'll just ask them. This person's bought a bunch of preserved food.
No, I'm
Please hand it
deliberately.
out to the homeless.
Yeah.
Oh, right then, excellent. I'll
This
get us
town
some
is going to
people.
worship us by the end of the day.
I mean, you are like helping out significantly, so a lot of like, especially like the poorer people will know of the group doing this.
Oh dear, is that a hole in your shirt? Here, have 10 billion pounds to get it repaired.
And not a
I'll
penny
then-
less.
I'll then fly back to the ship.
And I will also head back. Now that the actual like guards of this town will be sorting the problem of distributing the food properly.
On your way back, you get confronted. Like, hey guys, everything's great. Nothing's going wrong. Everything's fine. I am fine. As Rotala walks out from behind a building. Don't worry, I'm not stressed. Everything's fine. As his eye twitches. So you guys will be heading out soon. It's like
I'll just continue flying back to the ship.
as he like sees the
I'll-
kobolds
I'll-
taking barrels of food out of this shop and like, okay.
I'll stop and listen. What's up?
Well, see, I'm in a bit of a quandary because you guys are off doing something important. I know that, but I kinda was wondering, do you have any people to spare?
I could go ask. What do you want? What do you need?
Who's here for this conversation?
It's technically just Anthony and Melissa, I think.
Double checking, no one else, correct?
Yeah, Buzz flew back to the ship.
Okay, so if it's Anthony and Melissa, they wouldn't actively know. So you would say, you know the group that you guys joined up with? The ones who call themselves the Sidekicks. In their reports, they were talking about some sort of metal dragon. And we've been looking into it. We think we know where it's went. Or at least we think it maybe. So we'd picked up these weird signals before of like an old energy source somewhere like northeastern, but they've like picked up significantly in the past day or so, and we want to put together a group to investigate it.
Okay, well, after we're done with this whole escapade that we're on, I'm sure all of us would be more than happy to come together and try and solve that issue.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was mainly asking because we'll be sending the first group out to essentially scout out what's going on in the next day or so.
Yeah. We'll probably be back relatively soon. I don't think the task we're gonna be doing will take super long.
You don't
Probably.
think killing a god will take you long? Okay.
Well, it's gonna be find them and then fight them. We'll either be dead by that point or alive. So, the fight shouldn't take long no matter what happens. It's just the finding them part that's gonna take a while. So, we'll probably be done
Sure.
latest probably by the end of the week.
Well, at least you think positively on this.
Well, we could just die, but let's just hope that doesn't happen. I'm a glass half full kind of person.
Let's just hope the glass doesn't get shattered.
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess good luck to you then.
Yeah, same to you. I hope the scouting party returns, all right.
Hopefully we don't find anything too scary. I have been curious what this energy signature is, though.
Yeah, you should probably send some very experienced people on
Well,
this.
that was why I was asking you. We have some that I've personally trained, but I'm not really happy about sending the best people from the town out till the situation you're going to solve yourselves has been, well, solved.
Yeah.
You never know what these gods might be planning in secret.
Yeah, those pesky gods. Well,
I've
yeah.
already killed 10 mephits in the past, hour since everything's happened. So she's
Damn.
definitely ramping up her attack.
Sounds like we're gonna be fighting a lot of methods. But yeah, I hope everything goes well. I'll be off. Gotta go solve that problem.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, but to prevent the constant stream of ice methods you're having to kill.
Mm-hmm. And potentially worse things. I think
Yeah.
these are supposed to be the scouting parties, but they did not hide very well.
Yeah. Well, see you soon.
See you
Bye.
soon. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And then I'll head back to the ship. And just be like, okay, let's start searching.
Excellent. Hard mode engaged. That was your chance to not have sidekicks with you. You did not
Yeah.
take your chance. Hence, hard mode. So, we're back on the ship.
Alright.
Hello? People on the ship?
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello.
You know what
Did
we're
we
doing?
find the heat regulation?
No, sadly. You don't seem to have found anything that resembles a heating system.
How was the temperature in the ship generally, though? Is it just mild? or-
As long the issue is, as long as you keep all of the doors closed, it tends to seal itself in to general mild temperature, but you don't have a door on the ship, so the cold is getting in very easily.
Oh, we can easily rectify that. I can technically, I think I can make a tiny hut in the doorway.
Sure. How long can that last? I can't remember.
8 hours, and I can do it as a ritual, so it doesn't even cost me spell slots.
Okay, that would sort of fix the issue in a weird way, but it would sort of work.
Especially when
Yeah.
we're flying, it would be a bit uncomfortable having the thing Yeah.
But yeah, that should like at least keep the temperature from being the same as outside. You imagine like a lot of the goopy walls and things tend to be like semi-insulating.
There's also no auto repair button for the doors, right?
Well, not that you
That
found.
regrows. Okay.
By the way, when I get back to the ship, I'll just tell everybody that, like, you know, what the dragon told me.
Mm-hmm. What? Wait, what dragon?
I'll,
Half dragon.
I'll tell everybody that there's a big metallic dragon that the ruler of this town wanted us to go and deal with.
Oh, the sidekick. Well, like Dare. No, Dare is in the engine room. He wouldn't hear.
So,
Never mind.
so like, you know, we could either like split up and do that, or we could like, you know, tackle one problem all at the same time and then tackle the next problem all at the same time.
I think
How
Double Nuru can also connect to people, so he would connect to Chicken if Chicken is doing box.
Chicken is. Do we get a wish for killing that as well?
He didn't list a reward. I mean, I can
Then
go back and ask him.
Then we're doing this. Like,
Oh no, sorry, I can't do that. But I guess
Oh.
the slime can talk to you.
Yeah, the slime. If the chicken's like doing stuff, the slime will.
yeah,
Say.
and then the chicken's like, I'm just gonna stay on this mission. It gets me a wish closer.
That's true. I guess you can just like wish that the man in white is dead.
No, we wish to be exactly where he is at a time where he's vulnerable.
Or
I want to see him die.
or I guess you could wish that he was like eternally suffering, and then died by your hand.
I don't know.
You
That
can't
would
be
take a long
eternally
time.
suffering and then dying.
Or just suffering for a while and then die by checking.
Yeah, that's what the chicken wants. He wants to go to where he is, make him suffer for a while, and then die.
He will die by my hands. My wings.
Claws.
Beaks.
It's not important. He will just die.
He will just die. Got it.
I will have vengeance.
And everyone else can
Like
yeah.
everybody who's not hearing his mind is just like. I was about to do the same thing. It's like bark, bark, bark.
And then the slime's just repeating it. A lot of vengeance.
This is definitely weird.
But yeah, so yeah. I guess we'll do this. I guess we'll kill a god first, then we'll kill a dragon second.
No, she's no god. She's a heretic.
Hail the moon.
Hail the moon.
He is an imposter. I second that.
Okay. Praise the sun.
No. Hail the moon.
No, hail the moon.
Smoothie's like, what, son?
Hail winter.
The moon.
Everyone's hailing something different.
Pluto.
Smoothie feels bad. Is like, hail science.
Yeah, well
What's
done,
this?
Smoothie.
What's the science?
It's the thing that makes the ship move.
It's like what
Oh,
science?
magic.
Just standing in it.
Magic, you mean?
Sweet, magic-y science.
Sweet magic-y science. Yeah, Smoothie is a weird word for magic.
Delicious science.
Oh. He talks funny. Okay.
Does anyone else hail anything else? Poyo walks in. Poyo!
The slime hails
chicken-
nothing.
The chicken is hailing Asmodeus.
Oh.
Is it in Infernal?
And then like switches into Infernal as they say the name.
Very nice. I was wondering where the who the chicken got their powers from.
Asmodeus directly. Yeah.
I
Not
mean,
directly, but works for like a middle manager or a middle manager who works underneath the big man.
I don't know. I like the idea
His
that
chickens.
Asmodeus like heard a chicken, like so passionate about killing someone. Is like, yeah, I'm into this.
Chicken could technically also be contracted by Jock.
True.
Timelines don't quite match up, sadly.
Womp womp.
Oh, yeah.
Sadly, the chicken became a warlock before Jock became a devil.
Oh well. We had timey-wimey.
Yeah.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Hail the moon.
Time is a
Yep.
weird sloop.
Praise the sun.
Can't phrase no sun. No sun.
Look, it's
Lure
alright.
called
If you
up from the door. Can we get a move now? The door is sealed.
Yes, let's go.
He's just chanting
Yeah.
for the past 10 minutes.
Smoothie, crown on, goes limp. Take off.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to go and murder. I want to go and murder heretics.
Let's go punch a god in the face.
She is no god. She is only a heretic.
Science.
Is Strix actually on the front deck?
Yes. He's looking at the broken thing, which seems to have been repaired. The broken, I can't remember what they're called. Ballista, that's the word.
Ah.
If you're doing a thing, he would go past the thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing my thing in a way that.
Yeah.
Oh no, everybody had. Oh no, you can't designate it. They have to be in the. Wait, what was the spell again? I'm confused now.
Liam and Tiny Hut, your allies can move through it as long as you say they're allies.
Yeah, but I think they have. I think that spell was weird. That they have to be in the spell
Are you talking about the
thingy
alarm
while.
spell?
It's fine. As long as he's inside the ship, you don't need to worry, because no one's going to be leaving. Hopefully. No one's going to jump off.
Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast the spell, can move through it freely. You can't designate anybody. That's a different
Oh,
spell.
sure. So this is how it works. It's just
So the door is
Oh, you-
sealed.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
so you're like Strix, you're stuck outside.
No,
Okay.
Strix came in. Strix walked in.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Plus, he could. Oh no, that's closed as well. That looks like there's an opening where the other ballistas are.
Yeah, you
It,
crawl
it
in
does
through
look like that, doesn't it? Let's not dwell on it too much. I can't remember if the original ship has that same design.
It doesn't.
Oh,
but whatever.
it has. This is the top floor is open and has the ballista up here,
Sure.
and this is closed, I think. Or there's a
Oh.
wall here or something.
It's
I'm
fine.
not sure.
There's glass. Wait, that makes no
Bull.
sense.
It's
Bull,
fine.
I
Let's
was ahead.
ignoring the fact that this ship changed a bit when everything changed about it.
When,
Let's just
when it
let's just
changed
get on
when
trucking.
suddenly the basement floor opened and the whole ship changed.
Ignoring the fact that this ship suffered like a series of rapid mutations all at the same time. Let's just keep going. Fine.
Yeah.
And most
Yeah,
importantly
yes.
of all, I got a tentacle out of it all. The most beautiful
Smoothie.
thing I've ever seen.
Smoothie spins the thing and then goes due north.
Sure.
Look at you split.
So you're gonna have to give me several. Basically, for every day you travel, you're gonna have to give us one of your special rules.
Can Nuru help with those?
Not really.
I mean, you can inspire me, right?
you can
I
get
can
you
inspire
can
him.
yeah, you can do stuff that would like augment the rule, but you can't use the help action. Is what I mean.
Okay.
Because
will
it is all
inspire him
based on
then.
him focusing on the ship.
I have 3 inspirations left with that Nuru. So
This is one. Is it one per day of travel?
Yes.
oh, okay,
So
then
actually
it doesn't
we're gonna
matter.
stop and sleep, so it's like it's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Everything seems fine. You're heading north.
Okay.
So, what is the process going to be for a full day of flight? Like, how long are you going to fly, and so on?
I mean, so my theory would be I could probably fly for like 5 hours concentrating, take a break, then fly for another like 5 hours concentrating.
And we have to check
then-
how much it drains there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
and then we can check
that is a very
at the-
important factor of why I'm asking.
we can check at the stops how they're doing.
Yeah.
And then effectively check the outside and see how we're doing at the stops.
Okay, so the check will be every time you like start up the ship again. So you've done the first one, you've flown. Let's swap to, even though it's not on
Anthony and the
We-
slime will be just keeping an eye on the windows, looking out and stuff.
Yeah, we could probably travel about 15 hours a day at like fast speed. Because I've done fast speed, but I've not done the like mega fast speed yet. So I'm just gonna stick it. At
All right,
fast.
mega fast speed. Oh shit, we're already out of the bubble. All right, reverse.
Mega
Oh, shit.
fast. Oh, we're at the atmosphere. That sucks.
Okay, so you get let's switch and put the marker on because we love drawing stuff. Let's go for a nice purple. So you go for about 5 hours and get to there.
Mhm.
So you basically stop just short of like you can now see the sea of moving ice. After the time of traveling, Day has lost 5 spell slots of a various kind.
So it's 1 spell slot per hour.
Yes.
Okay, then we probably cannot. Well, 1 second. Where's there? There. So it's that 8.
Also, just to make it clear, Day would realize once he uses a spell slot that is higher that it doesn't change how much it costs. So a 3rd level is like the same cost as a 1st level.
Wait, what?
So 1 hour takes a spell slot regardless of level. So you could use a 1st, a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th, but it all is the
Okay.
same.
That's a bit weird. Okay.
There is an actual reason behind this, but you would have to like investigate and figure it out.
It can't retain the energy for long, probably. Okay, so then we have a hard maximum of 12 hours flight, and then he will be extremely wasted.
Sure. In the sky, did anyone notice anything that might point us in a direction?
I'll be keeping an eye out on that, I guess.
I mean,
Does the ship have a scan function?
it has that.
Anthony and the slime were looking out the windows.
It
the
has
whole
that
time.
weird globe thing,
Okay.
which you can sort of say moves a little bit as the ship moves. Like
Mhm.
it's if it was like one of those 3D globes, it would be like it was rotating to match where you were. But obviously you've barely moved in the scale of the world, so it's only moved a tiny bit.
Yeah, but while we were up in the air, as high as we were, did anyone see anything that looked like it might indicate where we should go? That is the question.
Well, everyone give me a perception check. Let's see if anyone saw anything.
Can I take passive?
No.
That will probably just be Neuro, I guess.
19.
Like purple Neuro, because the other Neuro is on the ground floor, and there is in the engine room.
I got 19 as well.
Versus the slimes. 4.
Slime is
Does
doing other
Owen
things.
still have one of their perceptions to do?
Okay, so there's a few good rules. You don't say anything that's like Frostmaiden-y, but you do like notice a couple of things like as you're flying over. Like you see some much smaller settlements. You see a lot of like smaller ships and things like that as you're getting towards the water, but nothing seems, oh yeah, the Frostmaiden's here, sort of thing.
Which way should we go, everyone?
Has it gotten any colder?
Yes, because you're like actually out in the open here
Hmm.
and right
Uh,
next to an ocean of ice.
Which direction feels like it's the coldest if we fly in it for a bit?
That would be quite hard to check now. Give me a second to think. Give me a... Anyone can do this if they're trying to help. Give me a nature.
Yeah, I'll help. With my.
Ooh, Smoothie, very naturey.
Yeah, everybody should be doing nature because Anthony's nature is garbage.
Who's good at
Behold,
nature?
7
Nature is
versus
part of science.
Rumory's got some ideas. Rumory, sorry.
How'd you roll them as separate names?
You can
You can
change your
put,
as down. in
yeah,
the
when it says as, and then instead of as Anthony, I roll it as
So you're
Rumory.
just putting in extra work. Okay.
Yes.
I
I
didn't
am
know
putting
that.
in extra
I
work
didn't
to
know
make
that
it
was a thing.
nicer. And so which way feels the coldest?
I would say only the 22 people. Oh, sorry, only the 22 one. That was the perception from earlier. Only Smoothie would. So Smoothie, you're like a connection to the ship. You notice that one portion of it is like seems colder. Like it's frosted over more than the others, which is like more in like the northwestern side of the ship.
So out into the water.
That's at least what he seems to think. It's not a major difference, but it is like, oh, that side of the ship's a bit more frozen over. So
But which way?
northwest.
Missed that. Northwest. Okay. After the break, up to the northwest.
Okay, so you're now going to make me another check. Don't know why I even need you to make these, but the chances of you failing them are so low. Like you would pretty much have to get a nat 1 to fail these, but you still could.
31.
Sure. So how much for? Like how long?
Until either we see something that looks bad, that's a problem, or until we get the sort of 5-ish hours and we find somewhere to land.
Yeah, I think we would stop if we get out to the place where it's like open sea.
Yeah, if there's gonna be just open sea, we'll stop and like, if we can't see anywhere that we could possibly land, we'll stop before we get to that point.
Yeah. So after like a couple more hours, let's say another like 3 hours, you realize that you're getting it's still like a lot of like the frozen ice and stuff like that, but mainly you seem to be out in like more open water type of thing. You all at this point would know after like another 3 hours of travel, like even inside the ship you've noticed that it's getting significantly colder.
Not for Nuru, because it's nice and temperate within the tiny hut.
Oh wait, is he just hanging out inside of it?
He has to, otherwise
Yeah, you can't leave.
I
breaks
didn't know
down.
that. Fair enough.
But Bose isn't holding up well in the absolute frigid cold.
The slime
that
friend's alright.
Given that he's a skinny burb.
So there's a place that feels colder, is what you're saying?
It in this direction, you've noticed it's getting colder and colder as you go.
Should we stop for the night, or stop for the night here? Because it's been 10 hours since like 1 p.m. So it'll be like basically 11 o'clock at night or so now.
Yeah.
So Dare first of all loses another 3 slots.
Oh yeah, I already took those.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would have the issue that you can land, but you'd have to be landing in water or on very unsteady ice.
So
Well, one of the bigger ice thingies should be relatively stable.
I mean, it's still enough to land on, but it would be like very rocky.
What we're trying to get at is that a place that this cold, the ice sheet should be strong enough to like take the ship sitting on it, right?
Yeah, it's strong enough to. It's basically like you'd be on a very rocky ship.
That's fine.
So
It's not gonna move.
yeah, as long as you don't like do too much movement, or as long as you land the ship right as well, you should be able to rest there fine.
Okay, we should do that, and then everybody tries to pile into the hut, right?
No, you can't. You can't get into it.
Everyone really hopes that he re-ritual casts the hut so they can all get inside.
Please, let us in!
Well,
No.
we can also split them up because both of them can ritual cast the tiny hut. So
Sure.
So who wants to be in Hut 1 and who wants to be in Hut 2?
well,
Plus
one
the
will
Plus
fill
only
in the
lasts
door.
8 hours, so like
Yeah.
But
it
more
would have gone down
importantly,
about at one point already.
Smoothie, can you give me a disadvantage roll on your space tools as you try to land on the unstable ice? Landing being the one thing Smoothie has not mastered yet.
I have done it now. I did it last time.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
did it
the
last
landing after hitting the woman was successful, I think.
Okay,
Went perfectly.
regardless. I want disadvantage.
Because it's ice.
Yes. Excellent.
Ah.
That's the lowest roll yet. Fuck off, you. At least let me enjoy trying to make you feel. You can't, but I can try.
I'll take my 33, thank you very much.
So yeah, you land quite smartly in about the center of it. So it's like roll really low. You land on the very edge. Not sure why. You just go straight underwater.
Your minimum roll with the D is like 14.
Anywho, so you have landed on the ice. Let's think character-wise. Would anyone get seasick? So, can everyone who is not Smoothie... I'm just trying to think who else. Smoothie, Chicken, and Boars. Make me a Constitution save.
I thought Bose would have definitely been a bit.
No, because like you're avian you have better balance with it. You're able to overcome the issues quicker, essentially.
What about the slime who doesn't have the right sort of digestive system to get seasick?
I'm still gonna make you do it because why not?
I don't like sense of balance to get seasick either, because
You vomit up a Dwergar.
15.
Oh, no vomiting Dwergars. Is that everyone?
Now it is.
And-
Anthony with a 12.
Also, Owen, don't forget Pixie.
Yeah.
And Zombie doesn't have to make it.
Oh, this'll be.
Oh, but if the zombie makes it, then the zombie might throw up the pixie.
Just throws up a load of gold.
How did she? She almost. Her constitution shit. How did she do so good?
Okay, so
She was inside the undead.
only one of the Nurus feels quite sick during the rest.
We've just accepted that there are like 2 Nurus now. I just find that kind of.
Yeah. This is the exact outcome Anthony wanted.
I killed one, so if they stop being evil, I suppose.
They're both evil.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah,
reduce any evil by letting both of them live.
Yes.
No, if they start actively being evil,
They are. They are both always actively evil.
It's what they do.
no, but
Anywho.
they haven't done anything like what Bose did, like stealing stuff from kids or like just straight up murdering people
Yeah.
yet.
Food from babies.
That's why they're
True.
lawful evil.
That's why they are lawful evil, not just, chaotic. Chaotic.
Anyway, recharge everything.
Yay. And since I don't think you've taken any damage, the seasickness has no real effect. Otherwise, it would have essentially been like -1 to any of the health dice rolls.
Make health dice rolls on a long rest.
That's a fair point. Then I would need to figure out what it did. But
Maybe
anyway,
you wouldn't regain all of your hit dice.
it would be something
Oh, yeah.
along those lines.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because he's fine anyways. He's just like really. Everyone has to be in the bubble with someone who is like really sick.
And the sick just sloshes around in the bubble.
Bet you regret choosing this bubble.
Which Nuru was it that got sick?
The purple one.
Purple one is.
Purple one is
Tadpole.
the
Nuru.
not resurrected one. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait,
Sure.
which resurrected one?
Unfortunate. That was the one that Smoothie chose.
Not which resurrected one. There's only one that was resurrected twice.
Ah, right.
He's come back to life many times.
Yes, now I remember.
Last time he didn't gain that as much power as he did the first time around.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Okay, so a long rest has occurred. I have
By the way,
no idea what time
Andrew.
it is. Yes?
the Neuros would do it not super obviously, but they would like after the morning when everybody is scattered around the ship and one of the Neuros has taken their place in the doorway. They would check what Purple Neuro's real face looks like in between. If there's any change.
There is a slight change, but ironically, it is just like color. Like
Okay.
he seems to be changing color slightly. It's only like a little bit noticeable at the minute, though.
Okay.
It's not like fake tan noticeable.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
it's
the-
when
the
he's
main-
it's when he starts growing a tentacle beard that you've got to have issues.
The main color change has already happened, I guess. And then Tadpole Neuro would also turn inward and have a look if he can sense anything different, and if he can't, then that's fine.
Yes and no. He senses
It
something
feels different, but he doesn't know what.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can't. It's a case of like he senses something is there, but can't figure out what it is. At least not right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just that was just saying that preemptively. They'll do that every time after a long rest
It's like
at some point in the morning.
Checks the next one. Well, how does he look? He looks like a mind flayer. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Put the circlet back on, please.
You're going to scare the children. Okay, so it's a new day, I think.
It
It's
is
a new day. Yes, it is.
It should be roughly 7 a.m.
Sure. Nuru
Smoothie knows things.
Nuru still feels a bit sick. And is like
Well,
eager to get going.
let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, Smoothie will go and sit back in the chair.
Oh, the
Anthony
engine's
and this
cold.
time will start looking out for anything suspicious.
There, warm yourself up.
Like,
Uh,
you know,
Uh,
it's probably gonna be something very subtle, like a small cave or
There's just
Yeah,
one
but-
tiny cave in the ocean.
something like that. You know, it'll be very subtle, I'm sure.
Bose will look out as well.
I use prestidigitation to heat up the engine.
Oh, Dave feels great now. Don't know why he's making that noise.
It's just yelling that. Just feels
Yeah.
appropriate.
Let's continue heading on in the direction of the cold.
Okay. So you're going to continue. Give me a roll. I don't know why I keep asking, but it makes me happy to make someone roll a dice, even if it's
My
not
new
real.
headcanon is that when Dare was just a normal fox, he just listened to like the other Cobalt in Time building that like weird contraption, like the weird car thing, had an engine. And so this is just what he thinks engines are like.
Oh,
the
you
canon for
you
why that's a
bitch!
thing.
You could have kept the 90 in. But so yeah, you continue on. For let's say 2 hours, and then after 2 hours, you all notice that it is even protected, starting to get bitingly cold.
Ooh.
It's getting bitingly cold, guys.
I have noticed this.
I
The
have
check
noticed that.
I
Sorry.
assume the chicken and Bose's feathers have like puffed out because of like the cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long did the trip go for
Massively.
now? Couple of hours?
It was
2 hours.
2 more hours.
Okay.
Anthony's gonna use the power of Hammond to try and stay warm.
Sure.
Do we notice the anything that could be emanating this cold now?
Not yet. You just
Then
notice
we
that.
notice that.
Yeah, you don't notice yet, but soon there'll be one minor change. But essentially,
Alright.
you notice a like significant drop in temperature at the 2 hour mark.
Smoothie can't feel his body. Smoothie is one with the ship.
Help! I'm frozen solid, but I can't tell you.
And like, no, his body died, and now he's one with the ship forever.
Ah well.
He's
Why
happy
we
with
wanted-
it. It's the way he would have wanted it.
Yeah, Dare keeps warm with prestidigitation and fluffing up his fur.
Look,
Sure.
look, he's trying to communicate with us using the windshield wipers of the ship.
It's just windshield most.
Not
of
the
it.
Tannoy system, but the windshield wiper.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everyone, is it very cold to everyone else? Think we're going the right way. Comes over the
Yes.
Thermo building from the thinking.
It's bitingly cold. I have noticed this.
That is correct. Good job, sir.
Is
yeah.
there like a blanket or anything? Actually, no. I have like a sleeping bag. I will put like something over our paralyzed pilot, just to make sure his body actually stays warm, so that he doesn't freeze to death while just flying the ship.
Yeah, Purple Neuro can warm the sleeping bag up with prestidigitation as well, so it keeps warm.
Sure. Quick question before you travel 1 more hour. I think it's only 2 of you. How many of you have cold resistance?
The Neuros,
The slime.
Is it both Nurus or one?
both.
I can't remember how he has his resistance. I thought it was the ring.
Because one has a ring of warmth, and the other one has the ring of the boots of the Winterland.
Okay.
Melissa casts Armor of Akathis on herself.
That makes herself colder.
Exactly. So she's immune.
So Nurus and slime.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was exactly what I thought. Alright, so you stop for a moment in like the... Oh, it is getting cold. I'm guessing you continue pressing on?
Yep.
Alright.
When we stop, it is even colder now. I have noticed this.
Actually, technically it would be warmer once you stopped because you wouldn't have the wind going against you as well.
I have noticed this.
Anywho, so you...
Yeah, I'll stop that now.
You continue traveling.
Sorry.
1 more hour passes. Everyone who is not the 3, can you give me a Constitution save?
Even if he heats up the engine with is
Even-
the engine
Even
warm?
with,
Ah.
because it is so
Oh
cold.
God.
You also notice, especially, well, mainly, but especially Smoothie, that
Wow.
it is very
So
slowly
many
getting
nat ones.
very, very, very foggy.
Oh wait, I can do something. I think about in that one.
We're all in the Nat 1 club.
One.
Oh no, that's an ability check. Damn it.
Welcome to the Nat 1 club.
Oh,
Oh.
good. Smoothie is fine.
All
This is important.
Smoothie and no one else is fine.
We only care about Smoothie. Okay.
Glad I made a character that you would definitely love.
Yeah, if Smoothie dies, then the ship continues to fly. But if Dare dies, then the ship loses power and plummets out of the sky anyway.
If Dare dies but Smoothie survives, we can try and control landing this because with the last of the power reserves.
Sure. So
If Smoothie dies, we just plummet out the air with no control.
True. Well, I guess there's the final option of just smash the buttons randomly and hope it works.
Yeah.
also I need everyone else to make their rolls. 1 at ones. Owen,
Oh, what's it for again?
Constitution
con save.
save.
The only people who don't have to make it are the people who have cold resistance.
1 second.
There's also the
Yeah?
alternative. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, that was just Lawrence having a go a second.
That's just Lawrence having to talk.
Oh dear.
Oh my
There
god.
is also the alternative. We roll a D100. If it's a 1, we survive. If it's between 2 and 100, we all perish.
Alright, well, the thing that's going to happen to you is not as bad as that, but you're welcome to do that.
I don't think that's a good plan.
I think we can rely on this gamble.
So,
I think that's a better plan of Andrew surviving in my game.
so who was the +7? Was that Melissa?
Yeah, and the 10 was the fairy.
Yeah. So, Melissa and Smoothie are fine. Everyone else, 1 level of exhaustion.
Oof.
Oof.
That's no, that's disadvantage on all checks.
I think so.
Yeah. Ability checks.
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
Good thing Smoothie didn't fail.
Oh.
Where do
Is
you
there an area
activate
where
the
you can-
exhaustion thingy? Yeah, you can activate it somewhere, but Oh yeah, show exhaustion chafing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
If you go into the cogwheel in the big general options field,
Mm-hmm.
the 5th from the bottom says show exhaustion tracking.
There we go. Yeah,
I just changed it on my sheet, Andrew, because I know you're on there, because you just click the cog.
I clicked the first character on the list, which is Anthony. So where is
It's-
it?
I'm just gonna keep changing it back and forth.
I can't see. I can't see.
It's in the right hand big field,
Mhm.
5th from the bottom.
Wait. So advantage toggle, whisper rolls, auto damage.
5th from the bottom.
Oh, from the bottom. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it
okay,
goes
yeah, I
spell
see it
point,
now.
PTY,
You can see
Okay.
I've turned it on.
Yeah.
And then it's underneath your hit dice. Over the attack and spellcasting
Yeah.
field.
Okie dokie. See, learning something new. Closing Anthony.
Oh, you can see all those cool. But I know 6 is just death. So
6 is just death.
it's just death. You just die.
Okay.
Do you
So
know anything yet?
you see like thick fog ahead of you.
And I think it's like 2 or 3 where it starts to get really bad. Yeah, 3 is where it gets really bad.
So continuing on.
Yeah, Smoothie hasn't noticed anything's gone wrong yet.
All right. Give me a disadvantage roll since you're going into just like you can't see anything.
Okay.
Oh, such a low roll.
Okay.
Okay, another hour passes. Can we have another set of those rolls?
Wait.
Which
Can
rolls?
Nuru make a tiny hut?
Yeah, so if you're all inside Neuro's tiny hut, you wouldn't be affected by this because the temperature is set and magically set.
Yeah.
Okay, once the first person complains to me about it, I would probably set up a.
I like the term complains in this context. I'm freezing to death. Ugh, complain.
You're also just because you're not freezing to death because you got magic stuff on.
The downside is that we have basically 3 key locations where to put a tiny hut and only 2 neuros.
Where are the 3 places? You only need
Well,
to do
we
one
need
around
one-
Smoothie
yeah,
and one around
we need
there,
one-
and then
Yeah,
everyone
but we
can
need a
huddle
door. Or
Yeah.
at least, or we just say if everybody is in a tiny hut, we
But-
don't need the door closed.
Yeah,
I
we don't need
believe-
the door closed if we're all in a tiny hut.
But also, you can make your tiny hut to reach the door and Smoothie.
How is that Smoothie? Smoothie is on the top floor. The door is on the ground floor.
Sorry, yeah.
It's
yeah,
I
no.
think it's fine provided we're all in a tiny hut.
Okay, then the Neuros will the Neuro will collapse his door on the bottom floor and come up, and then there will be a tiny hut around there and a tiny hut around Smoothie, and everybody who wants to be in there can be in there.
Anthony
Okay.
will huddle into the one that's near there.
Because
And
you did that, I'm
Bremer
gonna
will
need those
go
checks, and then
Smoothie.
then you'll need no more, because you've opened the ship to actual cold, and it is
What?
significantly colder than you thought.
He's saying when you removed the door, it got much worse for a bit, and so we need to make the checks at that point, and then we're fine.
Yeah. After this check, you will not have to make any more. At
Okay.
least
Makes sense to me.
12.
12. Any more 12s?
For
No.
everyone,
Doesn't
or
count.
just-
Now I'm gonna be generous and that's awkward.
Yes, and the same people as before.
So we have a slight issue that I just realized. So where are you making the dome? Or are you doing 2?
Yeah, 2
They
domes.
said 2 domes.
Okay, I'm just
one wouldn't work anyway for everybody.
yeah, that's why I'm double checking, because otherwise Day would be left in the cold.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, that's why I said we have
Yeah,
3 key locations.
Yeah, that's
One-
I'm just double checking.
Yeah.
One around there, one around Smoothie.
So, what is it to pass this? Because I think enough people have failed again.
Let's see. So Smoothie, fine again. Melissa, fine again. Everyone else, 1 exhaustion. and then everyone is like huddled together. Oh my god! Why did you take that down? That was so cold for a minute.
Well, that's
Because you
half
asked me
speed.
to.
You said come and help, so I came and helped. Don't blame me, or I'll put this bubble down again.
True, the Neuros wouldn't care.
Everyone else who would eventually die probably would, though.
I mean, they probably would.
They'd probably have some reservations.
So I think that is everyone who gained it now has 2 levels of exhaustion, which is half speed, which is
Yeah,
very
half
important
speed.
right now.
Disadvantage on all checks.
Yes.
Good thing that there is small enough to be carried around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Anthony's just very fast anyway. Also, I've got a annoyingly weird speed now.
Like 22.5 or something.
Because it was 45, so yeah.
Oh, goddamn 5s. So,
22.5 speed.
Smoothie, as you continue on, I need you to make me 2 rolls. 1 for your drivey drive and 1 for perception. With disadvantage on the perception.
Okay. Drive check.
Perfect.
Perception's not a good stat for Smoothie, and you said disadvantage.
Yes.
Be
because
inspired.
Yep.
you are now entering, like, can't see, like, your hand in front of your face fog outside.
9.
Sure. You travel for another hour. 2 more rolls, please.
What rolls am I looking at?
Like the same, like, space tools, then perception, disadvantage.
The slime will also be keeping an eye out because the slime doesn't have to stay in the bubbles.
You're inspired again.
I am going
Sorry,
to
what?
inspire.
What happened? Sorry, after the first round of
Perception
saves.
21.
Sure.
We're all in bubbles.
Yeah, Lawrence, you need to make 1 more save.
Okay.
So I'll wait until he makes his save just to see what happens. But yeah, with 21, that's definitely enough to notice something. Sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm really waiting for his thing. So as you're, yeah, you're
16.
fine. So you only have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine. So you notice as you're driving that it's only a little bit, but you notice a drop in temperature slightly to the right, and as you're driving forward, you notice that the temperature is very, very slightly rising.
Okay, I turn in the direction that you said I should go.
Mm-hmm. 1 more drive check, please.
Okay.
A low roll. It's not enough to change anything, but it's actually a low roll.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get less than 15 to actually affect anything.
Sure.
Okay, so at this
So 1 or
point,
2.
the
Actually,
tentacles
no,
have
just a 1.
the tentacles have completely frozen over, and the ship is like coated in ice, and you see something ahead. Do you just keep flying straight towards it?
I see something ahead. Can I get a
It's-
description of that something?
No. You see, essentially, you see shape in the fog.
How high am I?
You tell me.
Because I want it to be pretty far off the ground, so it's like just on the. Am I at wall height or at like mountain height?
Probably mountain height if you wanted like that.
Oh, I'm gonna drive straight at that thing.
Sure. Full speed ahead.
I want to see what it is. We need to get closer so I can tell what it is.
And you very quickly come out of the fog and fly straight towards a big, horrifying skull mountain.
The subtle thing that we found.
Yes.
So subtle.
So subtle.
So am I
Giant
coming
skull
from
made
this
of ice
side?
with a crown. You would
You
be.
said I had to turn right to get here.
Yeah, it would be like. Ooh, I'm still on draw. Like this general sort of area.
Sure, I'm gonna ask over Tannoy, which hopefully still works. Should I drive straight at the skull?
Say yes.
I mean, yeah, rather than climbing up the whole mountain, but maybe not
Probably
land
don't
on the
slam
skull.
into it, but
Yeah.
you know.
Land in a general vicinity of.
Cool. Gonna drive the ship to the skull.
How many more hours was that?
2 more,
2,
I
right?
believe.
Okay.
I mean, is there like an entrance on the skull?
Impossible to tell from this distance.
Well, I'm driving up to it, so like.
I
do
mean,
see
like
an entrance?
in terms of like from the ship.
I mean, I drive to here.
When we pull up to it, I'll if the entrances have been unblocked, I'll go for a very quick scout around the skull to see if there's any entrances.
That
If
would
we'll
be
call-
very cold, potentially.
Oh,
the
I
slime,
see.
the slime will do that because they're resistant and can
Oh.
fly.
Okay, those won't do that then.
We don't want you
the
to freeze to death, buddy.
The slime will go for a little scout about.
Scout about.
Yeah. Let's see if there's an entrance.
Okay, I'm just realizing I'd not properly set up the fog of war, which would be like, you know, hiding those spoilerinos. So what is Smoothie specifically doing with the ship as you're
Driving.
approaching?
Driving to here, bring it sort of down towards the skull.
Okay, so you want to fly right up to it.
Yeah, I want to get as close as possible because I don't want us to have to go like any distance in this like conditions.
Cool. Are you landing?
Depends when I can see an entranceway, whether it's big enough for the ship to go down it or not.
There's definitely not something that looks big enough for the ship to fit.
Could I make something big enough for the ship to fit?
Depends what you did.
Could I ram this ship down this skull?
Don't ram everything, you will break the ship.
Yeah, the ship will get smashed, and then how are we gonna get back?
Again, in typical D&D fashion. Yes, you are able to do that. Alright, so let's...
Okay, I'm gonna find
What do
the
you-
entrance and set down the ship in front of the entrance.
Okay, you can now see what it is. Big fucking skull made of ice.
Cool. So if we land next to the door so that our exit is at the door and nothing can get in behind us because we're blocking the entire pathway.
So you're going to try and land the ship on a narrow pathway of ice.
Well, yeah, well, it's easy. We have the tentacles, right? So we can like stick the tentacles into the sides of the
The
like,
frozen.
Yeah,
the frozen.
I
flint.
said
Yeah, but-
that the tentacles have frozen over.
Yeah, could we thaw them out somehow?
I'm happy to hear suggestions of how.
I have a torch.
That'll do it.
So people can press the digitate.
That will take a while.
I have a grenade.
You can just fireball it.
We
Yeah,
could
fireball
like
near the tentacles.
we could try and like chip the ice off.
We can also
Uh,
just try to land at the beginning of the staircase, however long it is.
Yeah.
I've also got a grenade.
I mean, I'm really up for just ramming this thing.
Then
Like, if
how
it-
will we get back ignoring stuff?
If it's not too
Like-
far, we can land on the beginning of the path. If it's far, is there?
Can we land
Can
on
we
top?
fly?
Wait, can
Yeah,
we
yeah.
land on top of the skull?
That's what I was just about
Like
to
in
ask.
the
Yeah,
crown? Yeah.
Potentially.
because that should be big enough for a
A ship.
nautiloid.
Yeah,
It's
let's
only-
land.
Like, is there? Can you see a hatch on the top of the?
It's fine. We can just mine our way through. It's only ice.
I mean,
I've got a grenade.
It's ice on the outside. You don't know if the entire building's made of
I mean,
ice.
worst thing comes to worst, we could most of us can fly down to the eye hosts.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
If
most-
worst
like, a
comes
bunch
to
of people can
worst,
fly,
most
right?
of us can fly.
Yeah, most of us can fly if like the worst thing's the worst, or like ropes exist and we have
Yeah.
them.
We can. It's probably easier to like rappel down into the eye holes than to like climb up this entire staircase.
So what are you going to do?
I think we're landing in the crown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
landing on the crown,
All right.
sending a message.
Give me a perception check as you're trying to land.
Everyone or just me?
I mean, everyone who's looking.
Perception.
I'd say Melissa is looking since she's not exhausted.
Ah.
I clicked the wrong. No. What? Yeah, I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry.
Performance.
Also, it's the wrong character. But
Dave
anyway,
puts on a little performance.
no, doesn't see a thing.
Rimmer might see stuff. Anthony sees nothing.
80 and...
Unless you're letting us take passive. Which will always be my question.
I know it will.
Are
Eh,
you?
Yes, actually, in this case, it would.
Okay,
I
then Anthony
think.
got a 20 instead of that 6.
But it's fine because, like, the slime would notice. The two people that... Joseph, essentially, you notice that there seems to be something resting in the top area.
There's a thing that we might be about to land on.
I love a grenade at it.
What kind of thing?
I don't know, what does it look like, Andrew?
Hard to tell from this distance. Looks big.
Uh,
Land on it. Land on
it's-
it with
it's a-
gusto.
It's a big thing.
Cool.
Can I look? Can I lob a
Okay,
grenade?
No, don't lob a grenade at it. We're just gonna slam the ship into it. Because that's our solution to all problems. Ramming our spaceship into it.
Is that a euphemism?
Yes.
What awful rolls on D20s.
Might not have intended to be, but it is now.
So, how are you doing the landing?
Just coming straight down on top of whatever this thing is.
So you're landing fast.
If this thing seemed like it was an impediment, I kind of need to get round it, right? So I'm just gonna drop on it, and then sort of, basically, I'm gonna land a bit harder than I would normally intend to, just to sort of knock this to sort of land hard on whatever this is that is in the way.
Cool. So, as you're like speeding towards it, people who are paying, well, essentially again, the two people who are paying attention notices the thing, and very barely flies out of the way, getting smacked by the ship on its way as you smash into the roof.
Sure. So how much damage
We-
do I do?
we clipped it.
Can I chuck a grenade at it now?
How much damage does clipping it do?
I will record that because I haven't given exact thing. I keep forgetting to go and see how much the ship ram does on the other one.
It's about 15d10 roughly for the full ram.
Oh my god, why 15? Such an awkward number.
So you
Sure.
can't divide it by 2.
Yeah.
Are you using the ship? Are you using the ship around of the ship you guys have?
Yes. 'Cause
Oh, right.
They're about the same size. This one's a little smaller. Sure. Give me 6d10.
Yeah, your ship is bigger and more designed for ramming than this one by
Yeah.
far.
6d10. Okay.
Cool. I just realized I'm gonna have to do stuff. It looked hurt, but like not overly hurt, if that makes sense.
Just a question before we get started with anything else. What are the stats for attack and damage stats for a grenade?
I mean, I did give you them.
Yeah.
That is important to know. That's
For
true.
God's sake.
It might also be helpful to know the same for a musket as well.
Again, I also give you them.
It's a d10. The damage for a musket is a d10.
Okay.
It's actually D12 on the GIF sheet.
Oh, sure. Okay, I must have put it in wrong.
The pistol is D10,
Okay.
and the musket is D12 on the GIF sheet.
Musket 1d12. Pistol
And the-
1d10. Grenade 5d6.
Yeah.
Okay, so
DC 15 dex save if you use it.
5d6.
And you can throw it 60
DC
feet.
what?
15. And yes, 60 feet. Everything within 20 feet must make the save.
5d6 piercing.
There we go.
That is important to know.
Quickly doing the stuff Andrew was worried about, setting up monsters and shit.
So we're going in through the top.
Since it's a thrown weapon, would I be able to use sharpshooter with the grenade?
No, because that's not how that works. It's a save. It's kind of like you have a fireball, basically.
Plus sharpshooter is, I think, specifically if you have an attack roll.
Yeah, it's only if you have a to hit in the first place. Because you take a -5 penalty to your to hit, whereas grenades are always accurate.
Right, so it's essentially just... Yeah.
Jesus, that's a big bird.
It's a big bird.
Yeah, that's bows.
No, that's the bird we clipped. And also the bird that we've crushed the eggs of.
Even though he doesn't need it, can the... I think I determined that purple Neuro is with the fox. Can he put on his winter coat again, even though he doesn't necessarily need it, and stuff the fox in the hood so the fox gets carried around and keeps warm-ish?
Sure.
He's walking around in a sleeping bag.
Anthony's gonna pull out some spare clothes and jackets and stuff that he has and put those on. They actually look very fancy.
Yeah, the other Neuro also has another winter coat that he can give somebody.
Can Melissa put on a woolly jumper?
Does
Can
Melissa
bows-
have a woolly jumper?
I was gonna ask.
Now.
I was gonna
it
ask to buy
generates her.
one in like the in the town, but like I thought I was taking up too much time with the bread.
I mean,
can-
yeah, sure. That a woolly jumper can be part of the winter clothes that you have.
Okay, how
can-
much?
That's fine. You've just got it. It's just a jumper.
Okay.
Can Bose borrow the coat that Nuru's handing out?
Yep.
Thank you.
Doesn't work well with your wings, though.
Yeah, if I need to fly, I'll take it off, and then put it back on when I land. But thank you.
So, what happening? Currently, there's a big birds just ravaging the outside of the ship.
Well, I guess let's head on in.
I'll say, should I chuck a grenade at it?
What's your deal with chucking grenades at things?
Well, it's a thing that's attacking the ship.
Yeah, but you'll
Should I
damage
kill
the
it?
side of the ship. Let's just shoot it or kill it.
Maybe we're near its eggs and we just need to.
Well, if there
Maybe.
were eggs, we'd smash them.
Oh yeah, if there were
because-
eggs, we definitely crushed them.
Oh.
Can I shoot it with the laser rifle that I've got?
You can certainly try. While finally set up. Oh wait, no, it's called. Beak. Oh my God, why did Andrew not set any of this up? Why did he not know what you were going to do?
Yes, Andrew, why?
Yeah, Andrew.
Why has that got advantage?
Andrew,
Guess it is.
why? Why, Andrew?
Why, Andrew? Why do you do these things?
Why do you do anything, Andrew?
What's the point?
That nat 33 and nat 14.
So, since I'm too lazy to set the other things up, it's a tiny bit less damage. I'll set that up in a second. So, the ship is taking a lot of damage from this thing, like beaking
does the
and
25
clawing. 25 is enough to hit.
Okay. So that is 3d8. 9 damage. Attack again?
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, we're going to be entering initiative.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
ask.
you have 2 attacks, right?
Yeah.
There's an attack.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've got 2 attacks, but... would I be able to do attack number 2 before initiative, or...?
No.
It's one action. It's literally one action.
Yeah.
You have to do it at the same time.
Right.
He can choose to only shoot once.
Yeah, but he can't be stopped from shooting twice. So he should stop
He
asking.
can't be stopped.
The nat 1 does stop him.
That's more of a miss than a stop, though.
7 from a nat 1 hit, right?
That's a no.
But
That's
doesn't it
definitely
have
a
a...
no.
Doesn't it have like an AC of like 2 or something?
I don't think anything in existence has an AC of 2.
I want to check that now.
My
You gotta check.
Oh,
Well-
yeah, no. You can only get a -5 tops. So 5, I guess, is the lowest DC that's
Ooh.
possible.
I mean,
AC.
you could just. I guess you could acquire worse natural armor if you started as something with like bad natural armor.
my intelligence starts with anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so you want us to go into initiative to
Yes,
fight this thing?
please.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to fight it.
Where are we so that we can actually do initiative? Because where should we put our tokens?
Ooh, that's a good.
Oh shit. I rolled without clicking them. Wait a minute.
I just want to quickly check how much space. We'll go back over to the ship view because there's more room on that. So
Oh, I did roll anyway.
I guess most of you would be like wherever you were in the ship.
Oh, okay.
The Slimers with Smoothie, the Anthony's with there.
I suppose I would have had to have come outside of the ship to shoot at the thing.
Yeah.
So I'll be like out here.
Yeah, I was thinking you would have probably went to like the
'Cause that was a balcony.
yeah. I mean it is, but also if you look at
Until the ship mutated.
I mean like even if you look, it doesn't make any sense as a balcony on the side view for this.
Yes.
Also, the staircases don't align at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
We had that.
I mean, Buzz can fly anyway, so if there's no balcony there, he can fly anyway, so... But
That's a
anyway,
big bird.
not as big as this burb.
It is much bigger
Oh
than you.
God. I need...
This bird is like... This bird is
This bird
like
is on
twice the
fire.
height of this room that we're currently in.
Buzz doesn't care, Buzz is the bigger burb.
It's got awful initiative though.
Oh, but Bose doesn't care. Bose just cares about whether he thinks he's the biggest bird or not.
Yeah.
Does anything need to be taken off? No.
Is initiative an ability check?
No.
No.
I think it is.
Is it?
It is a dex check. Otherwise, you wouldn't. Otherwise, the Neuros wouldn't automatically get their Jack of all trades bonus on it.
In that case.
We all have to roll with disadvantage. Whoever
No,
got
not
this
all.
exhaustion.
Yeah, I'm still at 9.
No.
Which means the slime is the same, but
Wait a minute. If you did the thing in the character sheet settings, shouldn't it be automatic when you roll initiative?
True.
An initiative roll is an ability check, dexterity, so it can be affected by things that have modify ability checks. So
And the
things
exhaust-
like bardic inspiration and cutting
Yeah.
words can modify initiative.
And the exhaustion level is just informative. It doesn't change
Anthony's fine
anything.
then. Anthony rolled the same thing, so does not matter.
Theirs does matter.
The chickens.
Oh, why did it change it for Neuro? That's change it for both. That's a bit silly. Oh well.
Where's the toggle for like turning advantage, like auto rolling twice off?
In the cogwheel on the right hand side, the first thing, roll queries, is always advantage
Advantage
or
toggle.
advantage toggle or
Thank you.
no
I
worries.
tend to set
Fucking-
it as toggle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Toggle
toggle's
is-
the best.
I needed to find that so I could put it on disadvantage for the chicken.
Oh, the Neuros have the same initiative and they literally have all the same stats. So
Fuck, I forgot to click. Wait, that I clicked disadvantage. Why did it not roll at disadvantage?
I'm not sure if initiative is actually affected by it.
Okay, so the lower of my rolls was the 16.
Sure. 16 then. Please tell me when everyone has corrected the turn order thing.
I think
I have.
I think once the chicken sets theirs to 16, I think that'll
How
be.
do I set it to 16? Just
Click on the
type it?
initiative tracker and just type in 16 on the chicken. Yeah. there you
Okay,
go.
done.
Then everything's okay.
Oop. So we need... Wait, so both Neuros got 21?
Yeah.
Wow.
Since Dare is very light, does that impede Neuro at all if he carries him in his?
Nah,
Like-
that's fine.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear.
Who is the faster between Melissa and Rimmerum?
Who has more decks?
Yes.
Rumery has 18 decks.
Yeah, you're faster. You're definitely faster.
And I'm guessing the Neuros don't give a shit which order they go.
Oh yeah, they're fine with that order.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
did that change again?
I don't know. I changed it so that the 10.1 was higher, but... Okay, so... The big nasty burb is clawing away at...
The big nasty burb whom we killed the eggs of.
Hey,
I like how you've
why
just
is-
assumed you've done that.
Yes.
Like, we assume
Well-
we've just killed something.
Why are you talking about Buzz like that? He's not evil.
So, you can see that this area is starting to buckle somewhat from the previous damage as it's clawing away at it.
Okay.
So Smoothie.
Sure. Smoothie is going to summon a walking ballista here and fire at the thing.
Cool.
But this space is open so we can shoot from it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it directly over the balcony, by the way, right now?
It's directly in front of it.
Yeah.
It's directly in front of it. Like, how far?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
it's like
it
there.
would essentially be like there on the balcony, but like clawing at the area above it. It's hard to tell when
Sure.
this is decided. The person who drew this, I'm gonna just draw a little. Where's white?
Yeah, draw a little balcony.
It's like 10 foot above that area or whatever.
Can I change that to map layer?
Oh, that looks so limp.
It really does.
So does my 20 hit?
Yeah, it's essentially like that. If that
Got it.
helps.
It's like
20
5,
does
10
hit.
foot. It's like 5, 10 foot above the actual
Yeah.
where the balcony is.
So 11 damage and push it back 5 feet.
Fucking fine.
Ooh, I like the false ballista. Yeah.
That's so awkward.
And Smoothie's going to shift himself back inside out of the way so that other people can come in to fill the spot. Oh, that's my turn.
Wait a second. Well, before I forget and get myself confused, I'm going to very quickly, because I already forgot, I have to scroll up. What was the damage?
I dealt 11.
37. Not off the
Yeah.
the ship ram.
Sure, yeah, 37.
I forgot about that while because I was setting it up before. And then what did you just do? 10.
11.
11, sorry. Oh wow, I'm not telling you what it's on, but just I love the number that it ended on after that.
Is it a nice
69.
number?
It's not that kind of nice number, but it's a nice number.
90 exactly.
Sure, let's say it's on exactly 90. Let's let you think it's on that. Exactly 90.
Okay, so one of the Neuros next.
Yeah. Since the map since the thingy says it's purple neuro, I'll take purple neuro, and since he is it's crowded upstairs, so he'll dash here. And can't really do much with a bonus action though, to be honest. Yeah, that's a bit shit. He doesn't have much to do with a bonus action. So he will just push the bird back a little bit more.
Sure. Quick retconning thing. Just drew on the map. The purple that I drew on in the engine deck, they are the same sort of doors that you see. So it's not just open to the air, and they can be opened so that the ballistas can fire out. That makes sense to me. Well,
I feel like they open automatically when the ballistas get pushed forward.
yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Like most of the stuff on the ship, it's like quite automated.
Yeah, so it's a DC 16 strength save, I believe.
Also,
From the bird.
I'm being very lazy and just I can't be bothered to run Strix at the minute. He's there for the adventure. So, what kind of save was it? Sorry.
Strength save, please. DC 16.
Oh my god! I just looked at its strength score. It's very low.
Yes, that's what I assumed.
It's a very big rock. It was mainly because I saw its decks before when I was doing it for the initiative. I'm like, oh, that's not that good. Then I looked at the strength, I'm like, ooh. It doesn't get a bonus for its strength save, so it's just straight.
Yeah, nothing happens.
It's just straight rolls of 26.
Yeah. I meant like
Okay.
it's like there's no bonuses for the saving throw. I meant.
Yeah. That has a lot of. That is a strong bird.
It's a big rock.
Can the other Nuru see the bird from inside his tiny hut?
Are you on the top level with it? Still?
Yeah.
Yes, then.
Can I
there's
cast
like
outside of the...
I was just saying there's like the viewing window so you can see outside.
Yeah, creatures and objects are stopped, but I think I can... Oh no. Can't be cast through it. Okay. Never mind then. Yeah, then Nuro will have to step out of his bubble. He'll walk up to the door.
Zhoop. Except a more goopy version of that noise.
Oh well. He'll do his normal. He'll summon the Face Spirit. And inspire it. And then move to the side.
You interrupt me trying to send that message you wanted.
It's been days.
It
I
has.
assume you would have done it by now.
Hey, there's no guarantee that it just appears anywhere near. You know how big the Feywild is.
No, nobody knows how big it is.
Exactly.
Okay. Since that guy's turn is directly after, he will teleport on the back of the rock.
Sure.
And attack.
Oh my god, this guy's gonna die so quickly.
There's an 11 hit.
Nope.
Oh wait, I gave him inspiration.
Inspire him.
If you roll like really well, you might be able to crush him.
Crush him?
There's a 13 hit.
It does not.
Aw. But he'll keep his inspiration. Yay.
He's still inspired.
Yeah, that's all. That was a very unhelpful round, but anyway.
Hey, you tried.
Do these ballistas look like they work?
All of the ballistas look like they work now.
Okay. Anthony's gonna try and aim a ballista at him.
Sure.
And shoot the burb.
Hurriedly Googles ballista because he never remembers the stats. I spelled it correctly. Yay me. Come on, load. Sure. Do an attack. +6.
23.
That is enough to hit. 3d10. I will leave that tab open.
17 damage.
Big number.
Yeah. Because unfortunately the bird is sort of out of punching range.
Really? No, just do a running jump. You can make it. You could definitely like run, jump, punch it. You could definitely do that. Let's not talk about what happens after.
With the astral arms, probably could. But and I'd probably be fine with the landing too. But you know, it'll be like one punch, then I have to run up through the entire ship to get back to it.
Anthony, run, jump, punch, fall. Run, jump, punch, fall.
Repeat.
Alright. Not bad. Bok, chicken, bok.
Bok. bok, 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 bok. Firebolt.
Sure, that hits.
Wrong.
Wait, have you left the building?
Yeah, so like the chicken would have to move into the doorway to see something and then shift back
Yeah.
afterwards.
Well, no, the point being you have to be past the doorway, otherwise you're firing at the door.
Yeah, I know. Like he can step out and then come back in is what I'm saying. So like I just didn't bother moving.
Oh, right, so you're stepping out, firing, then stepping back in. Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That's what all the box were about.
Oh, right, sorry.
You're not learned chicken yet. Jeez.
Not
Yeah.
perfectly.
So just 8 damage from the fire, and doesn't have anything else to do at the moment, I don't think.
Cool. So, Rimrom.
Yeah, there's no writing around for me to read things.
Rimrom will step out and can it make a, because I haven't used this in a while, I may as well. Can it make a intelligence saving throw?
Sure. Quickly checks. Oh, it's very intelligent. So intelligent. Have you ever seen such an intelligent burb? I also love that if you heard me typing in its intelligence, it was one singular click.
No, I haven't seen such an
That's a
intelligent
fail.
bird
It takes
ever.
Wait.
12 psychic damage as the slime
Damn it,
crushes attempts to crush its brain.
Cool. How much was that? 12.
12 psychic, yeah. And then I mean, the slime is fine with just being a tank, so the slime will just chill. Actually, the slime will fly slightly off the ship to give other people a chance to...
Bear in mind, we did... I forgot about this. We did say that activating a thing costs an action.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have your wings out, that would be an action.
But I was gonna go scout anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so you've used your action for the blast.
Oh, okay. In that case, the slime will just sort of squeeze there into that corner.
Yeah,
because
I completely
you can do
forgot that we discussed that a long time ago.
That's true. The
And
slime
then
will just squeeze into that
Squeeze
corner.
into the corner.
Well, you know, he's slime. He can squeeze into places.
I just find it funny. He doesn't need to. He wants to.
Well, it's just so other people can stand on the
Yeah.
deck.
I understand. Speaking of standing on the deck, Melissa,
Yes.
what will
Okay.
Melissa do? There's a big old burb.
And it's landed, correct?
No.
It is
I
in
mean-
the air.
I mean, there's this one here.
That one's
You
landed.
You
So
could,
you're offering to let
you
Melissa ride on your back? Well, that's very nice of you.
could jump, you could run, jump, and hit it probably.
And then
How
fall.
how far in the air is it?
You
mean,
would
how
probably
high?
fall afterwards, though.
Or I
Is-
could just throw my weapon.
No. The running and jumping sounds better.
Yeah, we all know that.
Oh, I could just throw the weapon.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna obviously move first, and I'm gonna throw Arcadia's grip at it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which one is it? Because I get two options. That's the first one. Does that hit?
16 hits.
Okay, let's see the damage. Ooh, so 20 damage in total.
Mm-hmm. Also,
And I
you notice when you're using it that the weapon feels more powerful than before. Especially very helpful looking at the time to tell you this, that at this moment you realize it is more powerful and it has went up to the next level of strength. I have already
awakened.
Yeah, I've already adjusted the damage on it. I haven't told you yet because I was waiting for you to use it, and every time something happened, Melissa didn't get a go.
So it's now awakened, you said?
Yes.
Ooh. Huh. Well, if that's the case, does she know this when she,
Essentially, yeah, she
used it?
senses it was more powerful when she used it. So
Ooh,
yes,
okay,
she would
Oh.
know from this point on, which is great since it's 9 o'clock. So
Yeah.
that means you've got the next week to read through it.
I'm gonna do my second attack too. Ooh,
Mhm.
a 21. Yeah, that definitely hits. And another one, 18 damage.
Nice.
And flies back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Cool. Boss, what are you gonna do?
So, starting to fly is an action.
No, that's
no.
just with slime.
The
For you, it's
to activate the slime, the slime has to have its wings, which is an action to transform.
Right.
You don't have to transform to get your wings.
Right.
yes.
For-
You do have to
for-
take your jacket off though.
It'll be very
Which
cold.
I'll just shoot twice at it with the
The pew pew gun.
right. Yeah. That's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
And does 11 hit?
That is also a miss. Ooh, you're burning through that ammo.
Yeah.
Thank God you've got loads and you know exactly how to make it.
Yeah. I will then could I squish past Kerbo and come back inside?
Yeah. Ignore Kerbo. Kerbo is just hanging out.
Yep. Just over here.
Just,
Yeah, we've got to save our Kerbo use for defeating the main boss.
Yeah, just get Kerbo to eat the Frostmaiden.
Yeah, that's how we deal with it.
Yeah.
Kerbo, go!
I just
throw.
shoot Kerbo out of my longbow at the Frostmaiden.
Cool. Veto. What Veto do?
Okay, then. Good old fashioned fireball.
Okay. Kaboomo.
Once it loads.
It needs to make a deck save, Andrew. Roll
Yes.
that.
What is the deck save? Is it
Just roll it preemptively.
18 or less?
Yes, it's a 16, so that's only half damage.
Also, don't forget, the Fate Spirit needs to make a deck save. Ah.
Uh,
So the face spirit takes 15 damage also.
Wait.
no, it doesn't have advantage, but it'll use its inspiration.
Well,
So it takes
I
15
see
damage.
I'm slightly on the wing here. Just out of reach of the face. Spirit.
I don't think that's how it works.
You say that. But is that really... I mean, is it really?
I mean, technically, Melissa,
I mean-
Vito wouldn't see the Fate Spirit because it is
Oh.
on the other side of the rock,
Where was it? Like I'm on the rock, actually.
on the back.
Like on the back.
I would presume it's going to try to land on the back.
Oh, did I
How
not
it-
tell you about that detail about how Vito always exclusively aims towards people's feet? Like
I mean,
figured
that range would still hit it.
Yeah, but a little to the bottom. Forget it.
But yeah. Question: how hurt does it look?
I mean, it looks hurt. It doesn't look incredibly hurt.
Does it look bloodied?
Not quite.
Okay.
Looks a little bit scorched.
It's now its time to shine.
Let's remember to take that damage off. Okay. So, first of all, it's going to obviously try and flip the thing off. So, can Fear Spirit...
That's an action, right?
No, that's a movement.
Fair enough.
Can you give
It's
me
doing a barrel roll.
an acrobatics? As you try to hold on.
I already closed that one. Where is it? Acrobatics, so strength.
Okay. I need to check what...
Acrobatics is dex, right? I thought athletics was.
Oh, acrobatics. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Then I rolled the wrong one.
Boo.
There we go.
I think you cheated. That should have been a 7 plus 3. Sure, you managed to hold on. I'm far too generous with misplayers. I mean, I love the idea. You hold on, so it smashes you into the ship. Cool.
What's the burb gonna do now?
It's going to fly around to here and start attacking the ship.
Oh, from the back.
Yeah, because things are attacking it. It's moving out of the way.
That's unhandy. Can you place the top bird as well so we know where it is behind the ship? Okay.
Curses, it's gone out of all of the firing arcs that we have.
Just fly up and shoot it.
Oof, and the ship takes a lot of damage.
I feel like this might not have been the best course of action.
Probably
Nope,
not.
definitely the best.
But it's now Dare's turn.
Just so you know, let's do a little draw. Let's change it to red because it's damage. This is the area that has been opened up by it and destroyed.
Oh, yeah, never mind. It's come right into punching range.
Wait, it's basically here.
Yeah,
The engine is now exposed.
correct.
It's come into punching range. It has opened up the engine.
It was technically like more like above, but it's like I'm just showing it was like, oh, for God's sake, I hate when it does that. Why would you select one?
So
it's like
it's attacked this part of the ship, the worst
Essentially,
bit of the
yes.
ship for it to have attacked.
Dare make your move.
Quickly blast it off the engine.
Nat 1 blasts
Well,
the engine.
he doesn't know it's at the engine, to be honest, from his vantage point.
Hey, you could give me a perception to see if you like noticed the noise of it ripping into the ship's like back end.
That is a pretty loud noise.
No. Somehow you did not notice it ripping into the engine compartment.
Okay.
I guess technically, like, in the upper part here, there's like a door blocking the way, and technically there's 2 doors blocking the way down here. So maybe that muffled the noise.
There's here.
They probably noticed it like flying around the ship, right?
Uh,
Because they would have like had it like stood in the doorway more or less and looked up,
so if you...
because they're basically in the same space.
Alright, if they're in the same space, you would have noticed it move from where it was. But that's about it. You wouldn't know exactly where it went, just like...
No, but like just the direction they could have assumed that it
you
like
could
went
assume-
around.
Yeah, it's headed towards the sides or the back or something like that. That's where it looked like it went.
Did it fly over or around?
Over.
How high is the ship? Like how, like this
Each of those
direction?
are 20. Each deck is 20 feet. Said Andrew before. So
Said
60
Andrew
feet.
before.
Okay, then roughly here in the air, because that's he should be able to see that point.
Mm-hmm.
He summons an aberration spirit.
Sure. Can it fly?
Yep, that one
Thank God
does.
for that. Otherwise, it was not gonna have a nice day.
Because I mean, it says it's the picture doesn't fit, but I'm using the beholderkin aspect, and it's like flying here,
Yeah.
and um, yeah, has enough range, so it'll eye-ray the thingy.
Cool.
Does a 22 hit,
Yes.
and it does 10 psychic damage. Oh, and makes 2 attacks. That's handy. Another 8 psychic.
So 18 total.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about what Dare can do at the moment.
Oh God, I accidentally put an extra 1 in front of its number, and now it has 1,000 health. Good luck.
No.
No, that
has
would
triple
be a
digits.
much harder fight.
Meh. Big bird with 1,000 health.
Big bird with 1,000 health.
It's fine.
Ours does have 1,000 health. Wait.
It has more health than the Tarask.
Yeah, I don't think really anything's supposed to have health that high in 5th edition.
You said this part is kind of ripped open, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, is that everything that Day is going to do?
Yeah.
So at that point, we will end for today with one final thing, as everyone notices the temperature drop significantly. And that will be where we end it.
Oh.
Cool.
I wonder what could have caused that. In Rime of the Frostmaiden.
We're doing the plot. What?
The